Yasa kundalam Rupam Yasa kundalam Namameshwaram Sakshit Anandarupam Yasa kundalam Vachanam Yasodaviyolukanadavananam Karam Rishammatyam Tato Dusyadopyam Yasodaviyolukanadavananam Karam Rishammatyam Tato Dusyadopyam Param deva moksham namokshapadimba Nasanyam vinayam parishapiham Param deva moksham namokshapadimba Nasanyam vinayam parishapiham Itam te vapunata gopalabalam Sadame manasya virastanti mante Itam te vapunata gopalabalam Sadame manasya virastanti mante Idam te mukham bhojam akyantanidam Idam kuntarasnihtarastasagopyam Idam te mukham bhojam akyantanidam Idam kuntarasnihtarastasagopyam Moho sampridam bimbaraksataram Manasapirastam malam lakshanabhyam Moho sampridam bimbaraksataram Manasapirastam malam lakshanabhyam Namameshwaram Sakshit Anandarupam Yasa kundalam gopure Vachanam Namameshwaram Sakshit Anandarupam Yasa kundalam gopure Vachanam Yasodaviyolukanadavananam Param Rishammatyam Tato Dusyadopyam Yasodaviyolukanadavananam Param Rishammatyam Tato Dusyadopyam Namade Vadamodaram Vishnu Asida Pabodukadayakrimakham Namade Vadamodaram Vishnu Asida Pabodukadayakrimakham Ekpadishtivishyate vinam vatanu Tehamishtamam mahyam edakidishyam Ekpadishtivishyate vinam vatanu Tehamishtamam mahyam edakidishyam Soveratmajabadam sevayat pat Payamashita bhakti bhajapitasam Soveratmajabadam Udarayata Vishvasyatam Namaste Durame Suradikidame Sadi Udarayata Vishvasyatam Namo Radhikaya Kvadya Priyaya Namo Nantavilaya Devaya Tubam 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 Namami Param Satchit Anandarupam Yasa Kundalam Kopore Vachamanam Namami Param Satchit Anandarupam Sri Damodar, genau wie die beiden Söhne Kuberas, Manihriva und Nalakubera, von Flucht Narada Munis befreit und von dir in deiner Form als Damodar, der mit einer Stick an den hölzernen Mörser gebunden war, zu Gott geweiht gemacht worden, so verleihe bitte auch mir deine eigene Prima Bhakti. Das ist es, wonach ich mich sehne und nicht nach irgendeiner Art der Befreiung. Hare Krishna.
Because I have to go to the kitchen, so yeah. Can I small kettle? Okay. Right. 10 minutes kettle, 10 minutes.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Ram Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram
Vande Bhagavan Hare
Nitya Gaura Hare Hare Nitya Gaura Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Srila Prabhupada
Do we need translation?
Just do it in English.
Om Ajnana Timanasya Chinanjana Shanakaya Chakshunmitam Yena Tasmai Shkave Namah Chichaitanya Manavishtam Staptam Yena Bhutani Swamupkadamyam Dadati Swapalantikam Vandeham Shivu Shiyuda Padkamam Shivam Vaishnavam Sa Shri Rupam Jagajatam Saganaragnatam Vitam Tam Satsi Satvaitam Savadutam Paritam Saitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Saganandita Shri Vishakam Vitam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Chatpate Gopesha Gopakanta Rana Kanta Namastate Tapta Kansana Gaurapi Radhe Vinnakanishpe Vishavana Sutta Devi Pranamama Haripe Pankha Kalta Vishana Kripa Sinvesha Patnam Manvyo Vaishnavyo Namo Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivala Sati Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Om Vishnu Sai Krishna Krishna Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharni Nirvisheshni Srinivadi Paskachari Dasatani Srila Prabhupada Ki. So today is auspicious day of Diwali that Srila Prabhupada write about Diwali to disciple in a long letter. And in that letter he speaks about Diwali on Dipavali. Dipa means light, Vali means many lights. Dipavali or Diwali is the same. That and this day is a day that the victory of celebrated. It's a day that Lord Ram came back from Sri Lanka after defeating Ravan, came back in a flower airplane, all the great monkeys that, and when he arrived in Ayodhya, there is brother Bharat that he asked Lord Ram to take up again the throne, because Bharat has taken the throne, has ruled the country all these years that Lord Ram, Sita and Lakshman were in exile. He ruled the kingdom on behalf of Lord Ram, and he put his shoes, the sandals, the shoes of Lord Ram on the throne. So, and then on that day, traditionally, the victory of good over evil, or light over darkness, is celebrated by offering lambs, so many lambs. Ayodhya was full of lambs, offering of people who were offering lambs. So the pastime of Lord Ram appeared in another era, and it was about 2 million years ago. But since that time, every year, everyone in Bharat was celebrating Diwali on this day. So on this day, more than 5,000 years ago, on this same day, the pastime of Krishna breaking the pot of yogurt, and Krishna and Mother Yasoda chastising Krishna and binding him to grinding mortar. It was done on that day, because on that day, more than 5,000 years ago, all the residents of Vrindavan were celebrating Diwali also. And they were celebrating Diwali, and they went all to the house of Upananda. Upananda was the elder brother of Nanda Maharaj. And so most of the family was gone, Balaram was not there. So that was the moment to have the pastime, because if Balaram would have been there, this Damodar pastime would not have taken place. So that was done on this day. So for us, this day we celebrate it by remembering Damodar and offering lights to Damodar. That is our celebration of Diwali. Of course, we celebrate also the arrival of Lord Ram in Ayodhya, because it was done 5,000 years ago by the Vrajavasis, and that continues. But for us, it's remembering that day when Mother Yasoda was churning the butter. And it's in the Bhagavatam, she was churning butter. And because all the maidservants they were all gone to Upananda. She was alone in the house. And Krishna was sleeping. He didn't go to Upananda. He remained with Mother Yasoda. He was still sleeping, and Mother Yasoda was churning in the churning rod, and suddenly Krishna woke up and saw his mother, who was churning butter and was singing songs, poetic songs, which were made by expert poets, and these poems were all about Krishna's childhood pastimes. When Krishna saw Mother Yasoda, she ran to Mother Yasoda, and she held the Krishna stopped her churning the butter by putting his hands on the churning rod. Because he was angry. So Krishna was saying, you have to feed me. And then Mother Yasoda offered her breast to Krishna. But then at that time, the milk was overflowing in the kitchen. It was boiling. It was boiling over. And Mother Yasoda put Krishna down to save the milk, which was also meant for Krishna. But Krishna was angry. And out of anger, he broke the pot of yogurt and ran into the house. And he ran into the storehouse, trying, and because in the storehouse they were keeping the butter and the yogurt in pots hanging on the ceiling to keep it cool and far away from the monkeys. But Krishna, whenever he got to the yogurt by making a construction, he was eating the yogurt. But then, when he saw his mother coming with a stick, he ran away. He ran away, and Mother Yasoda ran after him to punish him. And it was very difficult for her to run because she had heavy breasts. It was difficult. But somehow or other, Krishna was compassionate. Became compassionate with her at a certain moment, and arranged and he let his mother catch him. And Mother Yasoda said, "You naughty boy, now I have to bind you with a rope." And Krishna pleaded, "No, don't punish me, don't punish me with this stick." He was fearful of his stick. Krishna is fear personified, but he was fearful from the stick. And then, okay, that Mother Yasoda threw the stick away because she was thinking it's not good for a child to have too much fear. And she tried to bind him with but then the rope was 2 fingers too short. And some gopis came around that because she wanted to bind Krishna at a grinding mortar. That in that time this was a public grinding mortar used by many families, and she was going to bind Krishna around it. It was a big mortar. And some gopis brought extra rope, and she prolonged the rope and tried to bind him again too stiff, 2 fingers too short. But Mother Yasoda didn't give up. She had to punish him, because if I don't punish him, what will become from him later if he does these naughty things? But they brought a lot of ropes, but every time 2 fingers too short. But finally, Krishna let Mother Yasoda bind him. Acharya says these two ropes means that we must make our endeavor in devotional service, do our sadhana, chant our rounds, follow principles and worship Krishna. We must do our endeavor. And then Krishna will do his endeavor. He will give us mercy. That is reciprocation, but we need both. Our endeavor and Krishna's mercy. That's a lesson to be learned. But then Krishna was bound at the grinding mortar, and some of his friends were there, and they felt compassion, and they had brought some sweets from home, and were feeding him sweets. But then to finish, Krishna saw two trees. The two trees, big Arjuna trees. And he knew these were Managriva and Alakuvera, which were cursed by Narada Muni a long time ago, because they were on the heavenly planets, there were demigods, sons of Kuvera, bathing naked in a pond in the heavens, enjoying with naked women. And they were so intoxicated that they disrespected Narada Muni, and Narada Muni cursed them to become trees. But he said, you will become trees in the garden of Nanda Maharaj, and you will be liberated by Krishna. So Narada Muni has spoken these words, therefore his words had to become true, the words of a pure devotee. Therefore, Krishna remembered that, and he started to crawl towards Arjuna trees, but he was still bound with this grinding mortar. But Krishna went a little further, and the mortar followed, like an elastic followed. But at a certain moment, the grinding mortar got stuck between these two Arjuna trees. And then Krishna pulled very hard, and Arjuna trees fell with a great crack. But his friends who were there, Krishna had paralyzed them. They could not move, but they saw what happened. So the Arjuna trees fell, and then from there, two demigods appeared, beautiful forms, and Krishna started to speak to them, and Nalakuvera and Managriva offered prayers, and they circumambulated Krishna, and Krishna gave them permission to go back to the heavenly planets, and they disappeared in the air. But at that time, Nanda Maharaj and all the Gopas and Gopis came back from Upananda, from the Diwali feast, and they saw what happened, these Arjuna trees, and that Krishna was still struck between these trees, and Nanda Maharaj came and he liberated Krishna from the ropes. And he said and Nanda Maharaj said, who is that evil person who did that? And Krishna said, oh, it's mother. But then all these young friends who saw what happened with Nalakuvera and Managriva, they told their parents and told those who arrived that Krishna was struck between these Arjuna trees, and he was pulling so hard that they were falling. And then two fiery persons came out, and they said something to Krishna and circumambulated him, and then disappeared. But all the Gopas, and they were saying, oh, this is child talk, and they didn't take it very serious. So that is this what happened on this day of Diwali, and that we remember throughout this Damodar month. The Damodar Astakam is based on this beautiful pastime. So therefore, it's a very auspicious day, and we remember Krishna's form as Bali Gopal, and that is a most merciful form. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Diwali ki
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Holiness Bhakti Prabhupada Swami ki Jai.
Yeah.